Do it cause I love it and I stuck with it. We ain't with the subbing in the cut with it. Please, none of the talks, I heard enough of it. Like, what you gonna do? Where you at? Who you with? You ain't really about this, don't talk about it. Really on the move, on the map, never slip. Keep your hands to your lips, don't talk about it. Real eyes, real lies all the time. Stand on it, if we said it, we don't walk around it. Loose lips, ain't ships, red cup, blue strips, new phone, who this? No, we don't allow it. Really on go, I don't know what's an off day. Now we on road, came from smoking in the hallway. Now we got...
Hey. Thank y'all for tuning in on this awesome Friday. As always, everyone that supports, we gladly appreciate it. If this is your first time tuning in to TK's Chronicles of a Black Sheep, please like, share, and subscribe. And I am your host, TK. And I have my awesome co-host that is going through wardrobe changes.
I had on the road glasses. I looked at the screen and realized I couldn't see it because I had put my other ones on and see something further. You know what? Don't judge me. What's going on, everybody? Good evening. We are back. We are black. We are about to get into this thing. So, what's happening?
Most definite. So how's your week been going? Oh, right in the I guess that gonna tell it all, huh? The drink gonna tell it.
It has been a week. I tell you, it has been a week. Nonetheless, it's Friday. Got some awesome things coming up this weekend, so I'm all right. I'm mellow. You know, had a little moment earlier, but hey, we got through it. What's up, Simone? Thank you for joining us once again. I'm gonna tell y'all right now. I am not about to let our lovely host drag me down this rabbit hole with this topic.
Excuse me?
What's up, Sharetta? What's going on, Miss Lee? Yep, I'm here for moral support only. This is your topic. Oh, jeez.
Excuse me?
Cheers to you, little mama.
Boy, don't. Anyway, I'm glad that you are in attendance today, looking all spiffy.
Appreciate the compliment. Glad to be here, per usual. Thanks for having me.
Very much so.
Before we move on,
what's up?
How was your week? You asked me, so you know.
I should have a drink like you have.
I got some more if you want to pull up.
Because it's definitely been a week. One thing is, my shirt gonna say it all. The adulting. If I could scratch off some of this star and maybe just live like a little corner, I would do that.
Like that, huh?
Like that. Between work, the house, we got discovered that we got old pipes up under the house that need to be changed out.
Ooh,
baby,
that part.
Them quotes to get them pipes done.
Well, yeah. I understand. I had some things going on that I'll share after the podcast because I'm trying to get it out of my mind. But, I'm ready to get into this topic, man. What we talking about? What's going on? What's up, Hope?
Right.
Hope.
Yes. Hey, Hope. So tonight, we're going to play it a little bit. But tonight's topic is toxic.
I just wanted to make sure that we caught Simone's comment because I agree 100%.
Oh, yes. I didn't see that. Thank you for catching that. I appreciate it. Simone, I agree with you because it's so funny when we were kids. Man, I can't wait till I'm grown. I can't wait to be an adult. Baby. baby.
It kind of sucks over here.
It's a little, it's overrated.
Yeah.
It's highly overrated. Highly overrated. I
Yeah.
don't even know why, but it's for so many reasons why. But it's highly overrated. That's what I can say. Highly overrated.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. All right. Well, let's get into this thing, man. I know you said I'm gonna let you free yourself. Go on.
Really?
Yep. Go liberate
What?
yourself, man.
Please don't make me go there with you today.
Hey.
Okay? Don't, Cletus. We discussed this topic together.
You talked, I listened.
That don't never happen. You one of my hard-headed friends, so that don't never happen.
See how I'm listening right now while you're talking?
Nah, I'm gonna call that avoidance.
Avoidance?
Avoidance.
Okay.
So we good. We gonna be all right. So tonight's topic is toxic traits. Yeah. Doing the research on this was very interesting because a lot of things I'm sure we don't consider as toxic traits. Just kind of like how people always say, this is what makes me me. This is who I am.
Which happens to be a toxic trait. Those words in itself. I'm sorry, go ahead.
You good? That was a good little right there. So we're gonna switch it up because there's some things that people say that are toxic traits, like in a kind of joking way, but I think a lot of times we could actually relate and be like, man, that's me. So that actually happened to me this week. One of my classmates had made a post about a toxic trait, and it tickled the hell out of me because I was like, man, that's mine too. I do that too. So, where that?
Hey, it's looking at yourself in the mirror, huh?
Man, it was really comedy to me because I was like, man, I just did that crap this morning. You ever had one of them moments and you be like, man, I just did that crap this morning.
Nah, that's just you, bro.
I'm gonna take it because that is me. Because I literally had just did it that morning when I read it. So
what was the toxic trait?
Huh?
What was it?
So
that the classmate posted.
Hold on. You already know who it was, don't you?
I don't know. That you got.
How many? One?
We didn't go to the same high school.
I know we didn't, but you know, we lived in the same neighborhood, so right. Okay. So a lot of people because we all lived in the same neighborhood. Absolutely. Yeah, okay. So they was always in the neighborhood. But anyway, toxic trait. And please feel free to comment in the comments. When I do laundry, what?
Oh, I want to hear what the toxic trait was.
You cut me off while I was saying it. Be quiet. It said, when I do laundry, I be wanting to take off the clothes I got on so everything can be clean.
That's not toxic. Is it?
Did you not miss what I said? I said some are considered toxic, but it's in a joking way, but people can relate to it. I know I do that. When I'm doing laundry, I be like, wait a minute. You know, throw this on in there too. It's a definite habit. Or I'll wait. I'll be like, oh, I'm gonna watch this when I get. I'm gonna start this load when I get home. Like I said, it's some people would consider that toxic, but for me, it's just like I don't like dirty clothes.
This is how I look at it. It very well could be toxic. Now,
the OCD.
Yeah, there you go. Or in a sense of like when we was growing up, right? Mm-hmm. And having to wash clothes in the bathtub, in the sink, yada, yada, yada. So you want to make sure that you get it all washed while you're there so you won't have to go back. So as far as the OCD, the hoarding, that type of thing, I kind of line it up with that, but not necessarily toxic. But I could be wrong. That's more of a, like a maybe a trauma response. I would
Hmm.
say, you know, because
Hmm.
being a kid and you in that bathtub, you want to let me take this stuff off and wash it while I'm there.
Definite. So Hope said, my daughter says I be in toxic relationships.
Ooh, I'm gonna let you handle that one. I'm gonna sip my drink.
So I'm gonna ask the question, and I'm sure she's somewhere around you. Ask her, what does she consider toxic? Because I know it, so I'm sure she's gonna tell you. But I think we've all had an experience with a toxic relationship. Uh,
Hmm?
yeah, in
Oh,
some kind of magnitude of it being toxic.
it,
But the definition for toxic traits are negative behaviors or personality characteristics that can harm people and relationships. They can lead to conflict, hurt feelings, and unhealthy relationships, and can also hinder personal growth and create hostile environments. So
so
that's
with
a
that being said,
wait,
um,
wait, wait,
yeah,
wait. It
I
says
want to.
toxic traits are often ingrained patterns of behavior that people repeatedly show over time and can be associated with enduring ways of thinking and feeling.
So that's interesting because I wanted to bring up what Hope just said about what her daughter said, and I know Hope a little bit, and I think she has like a young teenage daughter, right?
Yes.
And in order for her daughter to recognize that, Hope, how did that make you feel? Was that like a slap in the face? If she's talking about romantic relationships, friendship relationships, or a combination of both?
Or family.
Because, yeah, family relationships. Um, and the reason why I asked you that question, Hope, because if she recognizes that at her young age, we definitely don't want her to think that that's normal, first and foremost. All right. We definitely don't want her to adapt that mentality to where you stay in toxic relationships, and such like that. But, that's another show, I guess.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Wow.
Right.
To me, that would
So
be a slap in the face. I definitely eye opener.
that's an uppercut and a body blow.
Yeah.
'Cause it's like it's like you may not see it, or you may have your reasons for still dealing, or that may be your thought process of trying to make it work. Um, and they typically say our generation, we don't fight for relationships. We, as soon as one thing go wrong, we like, I'm out. We get a divorce or whatever like that. Um,
Hmm.
so it's like, where's that line of where you're fighting for the relationship versus the relationship being toxic?
Shit, I was just about to ask you. I don't.
I'm just speaking in general. I ain't saying which is which. I think
I
it's
know.
I think it's to each his own. Like it says, when it becomes to a point to where it's harmful or stressing you out or whatever like that, or it's really not a healthy environment. Those are the things that make it toxic. Then everybody is
Hmm.
different.
True.
So, and some people tolerate some stuff versus others, and some people feel like some stuff is normal depending on their upbringing. So, you know, having a disagreement, and I said a disagreement, not a fight nor argument, a disagreement per se, where hey, we don't see the same thing, but if you can sit down and have a discussion about it, I don't see that being toxic.
I, I agree with that, and it's not the disagreement, but it's the the response to how you feel about whatever. Like people can disagree. Like you and I can have a conversation, and I don't agree with your perspective or point of view. Now, just because I don't agree, you can we can agree to disagree and we can move on, or you can two, try to combat my feelings and try to force me to agree with you, or you can three, you can get mad and throw a temper tantrum because I did not agree or because I don't see things, perceive things the way you do. And I think that is when it becomes toxic, not the disagreement, because even like me and you, it's crazy, as long as we've been friends and a lot of the similarities to our upbringing, and most of the time we don't agree with things with each other. We see things differently, but we don't get upset in that space. And the
Yeah.
reason why I brought up that, because like I've been friends with people, well, so-called friends, that literally will get upset because I don't agree with their behavior, their pattern, their thought pattern, because I don't see things, literally to a blowout. And I'm like, bro, you can't make me see things the way you see them. I don't agree. I'm not saying you're wrong, and it may work for you, but I don't agree. And so that's where the toxicity begins to seep in. Yeah.
I can see that. Yeah, I've experienced that in some spaces. I've definitely experienced that. So jumping
Especially when
on, go
go
ahead.
ahead. No, no.
No, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, like, especially when the friend is doing something that they should not be doing, and they kind of bring it to you, and you be like, bro, man, I don't like if your friend is married and they're cheating and they mention it to you, and you kind of call them out on it, bro. I hang around your wife. Why would I want to know that you're out here cheating on her, and why would I condone that? And then you're mad at me for not condoning it. That type of stuff on
Yeah.
any level.
Um, yeah, I can see where that causes something that could be uncomfortable.
Exactly. Why would you
And
even put me in
hang
that position?
around, and then it's like, you around the wife, and you like, damn, ugh,
Yeah.
ooh, yeah. So, since you brought it up and made me scroll all the way down here, I had to find it because, believe it or not, cheating in a relationship, married, whatever, cheating is a toxic trait. So cheating is when you break a set of agreements you have with another person, whether
Agree.
cheating while playing games or infidelity in romantic relationships. All forms are examples of toxic traits that can destroy relationships. And it says, for instance, infidelity is the most common cause of divorce.
Hmm. Hmm. I would have
So,
thought it. I would have thought it was finances, but hey,
I mean, it's one of the most common. I ain't saying it's the exact one, but it is the most common. So it says in romantic relationships, cheaters tend to lie about where they go and who they with. Their mood goes up and down, and they are more happy and sad than usual. They get defensive when you ask them who are they talking to or where have they been.
hmm.
Increased phone use an hour before bed, and less frequent deep conversations, date nights, and sex.
Okay, I can see that. That definitely makes sense. Yeah,
Yeah. So since you had brought that up, I just let you know I had to scroll on this down
man.
on the
Look,
page. I was like, well, I guess we might go to that since we are, already brought it up.
you didn't have to go there. You could have started where you wanted to start.
Well, I was gonna have it in there. This list is long because technically, what we found, it was like the top 41 toxic traits, and I was like, God, dog, the hell. So, next one would be not speaking out.
So not speaking out is a toxic trait.
Yes, it says what first, what it looks like. During work meetings, you stay quiet even though you have ideas and solutions to contribute. At parties, you hold back on sharing your takes out of fear of being too much. Group vacations, you go along with what everyone says and wants to do. When you're being disrespected, um, belittled, or whatever, and you don't say anything. You feel
So,
afraid to share your desires and your opinions, and you struggle to say no.
okay, so on that last one, is I'm assuming it's speaking on intimate relationships, right? And you're having a conversation and you don't. So in that space, I can agree because what winds up happening is then later on, you kind of think about it, you sit on it, and the more you sit in it, you get mad. Or the next time there's an issue, you bring it up because you've been kind of wallowing in it, or you put it in the back of your mind, and then it comes up in other situations. What do you think about that? When you don't
I can
in
see that.
intimate romantic relationships or whatever.
Oh, I can see that. I can definitely
Um,
see that.
but in
It's
the
kind
other
of like that
space,
point of you don't say nothing and it just start building up. It's like you make
yeah.
layers, like you making lasagna. It's building up. Because you don't say nothing. Because 9 out of 10, maybe you may not want to make waves, or like they say, you may feel like what you have to say is important. There's so many reasons why people don't speak up, but it
Or
starts
you don't say
at
anything because you're afraid of how they're going to respond, right?
that's another
But
one.
in that other instance, like as far as when you're with friends, I don't really think that's a toxic trait because some people are just easygoing, right? And in that sense, say if it's 6 people, it's impossible for every person to be satisfied with whatever is chosen. So you just kind of go with the flow.
Yeah,
So I don't know. I could be wrong, but I don't really see that as a toxic trait. But in that one instance, definitely, when it comes to speaking up, and even in like in office space, you speak up because you don't want someone else to get what's yours. You speak up. Your ideas are valuable. Your thoughts and feelings are important. So I can see that. But definitely in intimate relationship with friends and spouses and such, yeah, because yeah.
and I can see that in a work environment. I always talk about know your audience.
Yeah.
And in knowing your audience, if you know your boss and your boss gives you the platform and say, all right, anybody got any problems, complaints? Did I do something wrong that you have a problem with? How many people finna jump out there and be like, look, I don't like you. You did this. You could have did this. But how many people are actually going to run out and do that? Because somewhere somebody value their job where they going to be like, nah, we just going to let
Yeah,
it.
gotta
Because
think about them bills.
if you know your audience, you know whether or not your boss can accept
That
that.
criticism.
Yeah, that honest criticism and say, hey, you come in late all the time. You're that person that's supposed to be, the character. You're the visual of what we're supposed to do, and you late all the time. You can't get mad at somebody else for coming in late when
Yeah,
you
yeah.
that type. You know what I mean?
It's a good one though.
So in leadership, if you're not leading, and I'm like, well, shit, she ain't never on time. Like, I'm be on time. I'm here.
So let me ask you this: is as far as not speaking up, is that something that you've ever like had to wrestle with and such?
Man, let me tell you, I claim this toxic trait. I might have a plaque on my wall, a big one, because for me, um, growing up in an environment as many people that have black families,
Right.
you ain't supposed to say how you feel because it's a sign of
Oh,
disrespect. You're not supposed to voice your opinions. And 9 out of 10 back then, you were a child and you're supposed to stay in a child's place.
mm,
So to be respectful, and not just shut the fuck up and not get knocked across the floor somewhere or in a free city, you're not gonna say nothing. And oftentimes, as you grow, that grows with you. So, and then also in that space where it may be dependent, as you know, we've talked about the avoidance issues and stuff when we had Larnica and stuff on like that.
Right.
A lot of times you don't want to make waves. You appreciate the piece, so you know your audience and know this person, and you say something and know that they're gonna blow up and you're gonna piss them off, or that person may not be your friend or stop fucking with you and stuff. You may not say anything to try to keep the peace. So as that goes on years and years and years, and you start doing it with your friends, your family, the people at work.
And I agree with that, because I used to be the same way as far as not saying things, because I didn't want to lose people, to lose that person. But even more than that, though, I didn't think people cared. I didn't think people would listen. Growing up the way I grew up, we didn't have a voice. Like,
no,
we weren't allowed to express ourselves. So in an argument or whatever, I was just like, okay. Like, me voicing myself, expressing myself, I literally thought, like, what is that going to prove? What's the purpose? Like, it's going to go on deaf ears. Which couldn't be further from the truth, because now I realize that, yeah, my voice does have value. But in that space, that was my thought process. But now, you can't get me to shut up. You about to catch it all.
Yeah,
you go know how I feel. Now, in that space, though, sometimes it takes me a while to process how I feel. I may have to sit in it, and sometimes it may be a week, it may be a month, 2 or 3 months, but I am literally processing, and I'm weighing everything that's going on, because if this person does not like how I feel when they decide to leave, or whatever the case may be, then I have to be okay with that. So
that is true. And I think in the space now is kind of, you're at that point to where it's like, okay, well, you're gonna leave. All right. You want me to help you pack your damn bags? Versus then. I think we're more secure in who we are. Because I know me. I don't like conflict. I'm not the one to be arguing and all that other little unnecessary. I'm just not. I'll either look at you and let you go. No, you got something to say? Or I know I had adopted that point of the okay. And the okay wasn't a okay for peace. It was the okay of saying, I hear you. I may not finna sit there and argue with you or go back and forth, but okay, I hear you. That's how you feel. Okay.
Yeah, gotcha. That's good. I like that. What else we got? What else you got over there in your little repertoire? What else you got?
All right, let's see. Next one. Let me see. Cause this list long. Ooh, perfectionism. So perfectionists display toxic behaviors that are often controlling, with their ultra high standards and over willingness to achieve perfection. Nothing is ever good enough.
Damn. Okay. Ooh.
So, growing up, I felt that. I felt that I had to be perfect in order to be accepted and get the love that I so desired from family and friends. Because it's like, think about it. Who the fuck wants somebody that's fucking up or that's not perfect?
That's funny. I mean, because on my end, I literally felt like I had to dummy myself down a lot to fit in and to be accepted. Like, that's not my reality. Like, a lot of the gifts I have, a lot of the things I do, at this age, people are just not realizing how actually gifted and talented I am, because I just didn't do things like I would literally sneak off and go to the library to read books and to write because I didn't want people to know, because I didn't want to be the outcast. Like, I never sung, I never danced. So when I did start singing and dancing, it literally surprised people, and they're wondering where did I get these gifts from. When I literally started playing music publicly, people was like, "Man, how long have you been doing that?" It's just been in me, But I did not. Even my family, like, they didn't know that I was as gifted as I am, and now, they see me acting on stage and doing these plays and singing, and it's like they're getting to know me for the first time because of that reason. And even like, I never expected anyone else to be perfect. Like, I didn't downplay anyone because of their achievements, or that's never been an issue for me. And I was never pushed either, so I don't know.
Okay. That's what's up. It was. When I read it, I was like, oh, damn. Okay, well, okay.
But I can understand on your, that those were some major shadows that was trying to be forced on you. So I can see that.
Most definitely. All right. Next one is lying. Dishonesty degrades mutual trust, the foundation of all relationships. It is believed that if everyone lied, no one would believe anything they were told.
Yeah.
I was like, damn.
I can say my biggest fault in that space would probably be omission. Not necessarily verbalizing a lie, but giving just enough to kind of get people off my back, if that makes sense.
Yes.
Yeah, that omission. And that's in intimate relationships, quote unquote so-called friendships. I will only let people get a certain closeness to me, and then so I tell them enough to prevent them from asking those deeper questions. Yeah, on any level.
And I remember that time you lied to me, and I was like, oh, don't do it no more.
You made that up. What I lie to you about? Keep dreaming. And then you woke up.
Now I will say, because people will say, "Oh, I told a little black lie, I told a little white lie." A lie is a lie. I will say I have lied, and I know I've been in a space where I've lied because I knew the person couldn't handle the truth.
But I feel like if a person asks, right, then you kind of owe it to them to be honest. And the reason why I feel that way is because if I ask you a question, then I have vetted that question. I have dissected my feelings, and I have thought, do I really want to know that answer? So if I ask you, I'm expecting you to give me that. And so that's why if someone asks me at this stage now, I'll express it, but depending on what's asked, then I'll that's the space I don't like being in. So I appreciate it. It just depends on what's being asked, but that's good. But yeah, most people that I'm around, they'll tell you like I'm pretty much an open book, but that's the reason why I'm mindful about who I'm around. That's right. That's why I'm mindful about who I let close to me, because I know that's about myself.
Okay. Well, and for me, that goes back to knowing your audience. Because some people like to ask that question to get their ego fluffed. They need that encouraging moment.
Oh, in that space, yeah. Nah. What you think about yourself? That's what's important, not what I think.
Yeah. So in those spaces, some people done told some lies. Because I know one of them top ones is when somebody asked in a extracurricular activity situation, either size or did you hit that maximum goal in that exercise moment?
I got you. Yeah.
And you be like, yeah, because you know that person couldn't handle the truth of you saying no, or I've had better, or you really ain't as blessed as you think you are. So knowing your audience, yeah, sometimes you may
But
have to lie even sometimes for your safety.
okay, yeah, I understand that. But so now we're talking about basically stroking someone's ego, or I don't. Am I wrong?
It could go that way as well. Sometimes, hey, how many times we done been somewhere and somebody asked for your phone number and you gave them the wrong number?
I got you. I think in that space, so going back to what you was just saying, I understand because I feel like only an insecure person would ask that question. Like only an insecure person would be worried about who was there before him. You know, so I understand that kind of, but that's a space that I'm not. Nah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So have you ever lied to keep the peace?
Yes. Especially when it comes to like husband and wife, right? And it's one of those questions like, how do I look in these pants?
I was gonna bring that up.
It's one of those questions to like, I mean, if I say no, she is not gonna let me live this down. It's in that space, but as far as keeping the peace with like those major things, if it needs to be hashed out, then we just need to hash it out. You know? So, and I guess that goes back to little white lies. Nowadays, if I'm asked that question, I'm not gonna say they're ugly or you look fat or something like that. I would probably just say not my particular taste. What else do you have? Like it's about, I would kind of navigate in a certain way, of course, because I'm still trying to get something later. you know. Hey, what's going on, Miss 24/7 Diva? Thanks for joining us. We are dealing with toxic traits. So, yeah, What about you? You ever lied to keep the peace? Look at you all the time looking at us.
Hey, I know my damn audience. Hell, I know somebody can't handle it. They be like, remember that? You can't handle the truth. Damn right. So, yeah, I'm sure. And I'm sure somebody lied to my ass too.
I couldn't even function in a relationship like that. I could not. Because I want to tell the truth. No, I couldn't function. I wanted to know. Go ahead.
Exactly. Go ahead.
No, I was just going to say, I wanted to know that I don't like those pants or I don't like that shoes. I wanted to know that I don't like something so we could kind of fix it. That's all I was going to say.
Okay. So one of the Facebook toxic trait examples, because this is where I got something for. This one says, my toxic trait is knowing the truth before I ask you, because I want to see how good you're going to lie.
That's definitely a toxic trait. That's definitely a setup. Shit. Do you do that?
I have. Because, when you give somebody the opportunity to be honest, and you wait and you were like, so you was where? Oh, okay. You went there. How was it? And they giving this whole what's the name, but you already know somebody else that sent a picture that they were somewhere else, and you just like, so
Wow.
you straight bold faced lying. Oh, okay.
That's yeah. I've never personally done that, but okay. I've been in that position to where I'm asked. If you already know, why are you even asking me?
That's your problem. That's your space to be honest.
Is
It's
that what
like
it
the
is?
test of the emergency broadcast system. Let me see if you gonna be honest.
So you say.
Because think about it. Trust is one of the hardest things once broken for somebody to get back. And a lot of times they don't get that back.
It is. I agree, because always in the back of your mind, you're gonna be kind of questioning, doubting. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. Yeah. And for me, I hate to be lied to and I hate to be lied on. You ever want to piss me off? I hate for somebody to lie on me.
Spread some rumors about you, huh?
I don't like that shit.
Yeah.
That shit sets me off.
Tinky said that no, good and well you ain't said nothing.
And baby, I've definitely been having to deal with that in the last 3-4 weeks with that one person. So like, bitch, you done lost it. Really? Okay. Yeah. So so yeah. Let's see. What's our next one? What's the next one? Oh, playing the victim.
Ooh, that's almost narcissistic, isn't it?
Well,
No self accountability. Wow.
as it says, playing the victim is a mindset many
Mm.
of us don't even realize we are adopting during difficult times. It is a defense mechanism many of us employ to escape responsibility or to get attention. By living as a victim in one of the most disempowering perspectives that you can take, because it assumes that life happens to you and you have no say in your circumstances.
Playing the victim, I feel like that is a space that nah. But I definitely understand. You want people to feel sorry for you, and you're wrong. You want, yeah. Mm. What you got on that one?
I ain't gonna say I played a victim. I might been a victim, but I won't say I played the victim.
So you ain't never got caught doing nothing wrong and started crying. Well, if you would have, then I wouldn't have. All that stuff.
They're like, well, you didn't cook yet, so when you ain't got caught sneaking some snacks that you wasn't supposed to be sneaking, well, if you would have cooked already, I could have ate that, but I was hungry, so I needed them 6 cookies.
Yeah, that's interesting. Yeah, I don't buy into it nowadays. If someone tries to play the victim, nah, bro, we about to deal with this. That shit right there. Now we about to deal with it. Yeah.
Okay,
Mm-hmm.
I see that. I see that. Let me see. Okay, we did cheating. See how many was before that cheating? Thank you. I mean, scrolling. Oh. Hey. Let me go on to see where my other plaque gonna go.
You got another thing. Your wall gonna be filled.
Woo! Taking things personally.
Ooh.
Has a friend ever made a lighthearted comment that pushed your buttons. When taking things personally looks like you let opinions of others dictate how you feel about yourself, you have a habit of getting upset when giving constructive criticism. Your boss makes a harmless comment about your mistake and you overthink the interaction.
That was you? You took things personal?
I can say that.
Yep, I can say it too. Yep.
I've been in that space where, hey, something was said, and I could have took it personal. I ain't gonna lie. So, hey, was it really harmful? Because everybody is different. Was it really harmless?
I used to be in that space where I would take things personal as well. Yeah, I can say that. And in all honesty, that one, it was kind of major for me. That's why I didn't play a certain way. But that's why, like, I'm not gonna play the dozens and joke and cut because I know myself, and I know I'll take some things personal. So we're not even gonna be in that space. So yeah, I could. Yeah,
You remember we was growing up, people didn't like playing the dozens with me.
I don't know because I didn't play. Like and I let people know. No, I don't play like that. That's why, because you would take it personal. You'd be over there crying.
Hmm. I was that person sometimes dishing some.
Because you would take it to a whole nother
I'm
level.
like, if you coming for me, don't play with me. Because if you coming for me, I'm returning the favor. So if you can't take it, don't you dish it.
Well, so I'm gonna cut you down first.
Baby, I ain't gonna cut you down first, but when I come, I'm coming hard. My comeback gonna be hard. So don't play, Cletus.
You still kind of like that.
I am not.
Man, you don't play fair.
The devil is alive.
Man, I say something about you, like I don't like that shirt on you. Well, that's why your fat black ass. I'm like, God damn, I'm just saying. I like the shirt. You just done dog me. You still do that.
I do not.
Man, shit.
Sir,
All right.
you're doing a toxic trait. You're lying, and you're lying on social
No,
media.
am I really? You can't even say it with a straight face.
Yes, I can.
All right.
Thank you. As much as you harass me, thank you.
I don't harass you nearly as much as you harass me.
Sir.
I was like, God damn, you done hurt my feelings. Shit. But anywho, let's move on before we
But I would say on this, what people consider constructive criticism, a lot of times that's not constructive criticism. I would say that. 9 out of 10, if your mom is black and it says something to you, that wasn't constructive criticism.
If you're what? Did you?
I said 9 out of 10. If your mother is black, that was not constructive criticism that you gave.
I agree because yeah, what does my mom being black got to do with anything?
Because some of them stuff that black mama say be.
Oh, that's what you mean. Oh, okay.
Them be them throat choppers. That don't be constructive criticism.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm just saying. This is an interesting one. Seeking validation of others. So, examples: the coworker who constantly needs reassurance that they are doing a good job. Oh my God. Oh my God. That one person who tries too hard to get everyone to like them by molding their personality to whoever they met. I've experienced that before with some folks. I had some people then set up there and kidnap my personality. Man, say I didn't had somebody like, yeah, I didn't had a family member do that. That was wow. The friend that has low self-esteem and looks for their worth in other people.
Hmm.
Yeah, that part. So, um, yeah, that one right there. Yeah,
I think, yeah, in a sense, I used to do that, but mostly with, I would say, decision making. Um, I never wanted to make a wrong decision, so
mm,
I needed that reassurance and that validation from other people. Like, should I say this or should I say that? You know, in that space, and man, that was a major one that you and I had to get over because I used to call you for everything. It's like such. I mean, even when I was dating, when I was single, should I go out with her? This, and that. Like, man, I don't know. I mean, yada yada yada, and it goes on and on. But yeah, that used to be a major one for me. Nowadays, I kind of catch myself, so it's not so much. But yeah,
okay.
yeah. You remember some of that stuff?
Yeah, it's about 30 some years of it.
Yes or no, woman?
Yes. And I remember when I told you no and you did it any damn way.
Oh Lord, why can't you just answer the question?
I did.
See what I'm saying? That's. Anyways, go ahead. How do you feel about that toxic trait?
Don't teach me how to tell me how to answer. You're not the boss of me.
Just keep that same energy.
But no, yeah, I could say probably more in the younger years. And I could yeah, I could definitely say that more in the younger years. Um, yeah, that's some spaces I really don't give a damn, and I'm not that co-worker to be up my boss's ass and nobody else's ass.
Mm-hmm.
I do the best that I do to get my job done, and I take pride in that, as well as the relationships that are created and the trust that's created in those moments, or in those spaces. But yeah, like I said, I've had a family member start molding a personality like mine, and that shit was wild. It was like
I can't understand that for shit because
everything that I did, they were trying to do behind me. Like when, and I'm gonna be clear at one space when even it got to the point to where I was rocking my color contacts when color contacts was popular before anybody say something. I
that
got
when you had salt and pepper. That's when you had the salt and pepper bangs.
man, hell no.
Shit.
I had salt and pepper bangs in middle school.
Okay, color contacts, and then the person went and got some.
Yeah, same color, everything. I was like, what in the fuck? And if I switched, they switched. I was like, I know you lied. So when I switched to do a side hustle, they started doing the side hustle. They laugh had even started to kind of sound like mine, and I have a distinct laugh. So that tells you.
I don't understand why is anybody. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
You know what? You sure enough right. We're gonna go ahead and go to this next one. All right. Well, I guess we both got a plaque on this one.
What? Oh man, don't try to project anything on me. Let me decide for myself. You read, I decide. Go ahead. please.
People pleasing.
What?
Oh,
Who I try to please?
you weren't a people pleaser at one point in your life?
What's some of the read on, and then I answer.
And actually, it says, do you apologize a lot? Like a lot. It's
Like
saying
other people?
yes. It's saying yes, a habit of yours.
What? Keep reading. What else?
That's the best that they give. Now, they do give some how to
Examples?
handle a toxic pleaser or what to do if you are a toxic pleaser.
So,
It said, and
like-
I know, hold on, because I know a lot of these people. I've been this person, but I know a lot of these people. So where it says what to do if you are a toxic people pleaser, next time someone asks something of you, say no. Say hell no. Nah, nope, can't do it. Get somebody else to do it.
All right. Here's the thing.
See?
Maybe I'm trying to think. Can you let me think?
No,
So,
I
like,
was
basically,
I wasn't
like,
talking to you. I was going by the comment because one of the people that I know that does this commented.
well, pin the comment.
I want to put in the comment. She said, "Hey,
All I'm saying is, so basically, when you like over exert yourself, so like, I mean, well, yeah, I guess I might have been a people pleaser.
you were at one point in time. You were, especially when we first met. When we
What?
first started being friends, like we were friends, and you were dating a particular person, you
Bruh.
were an extreme people pleaser. And I used to look at you like, come on, let me talk to you for a second, dog. Come on, let me talk to you for a second. Remember Jack?
First of all, I'm sick of you bringing up old stuff. That's first.
I was giving an example because you tried to say no.
And I'm not saying no. I was saying yes, and I could give some examples about you too, being a people pleaser.
You can. You definitely can, and I will definitely claim them because I know you know them moments because we've discussed them.
All I'm saying is what I was saying before I was cut off and drugged back into a place that I did not want to be in. I could see sometimes when I was a people pleaser, especially dealing with church folks, and I'm gonna leave it at that.
Bam! There it is. I can agree to that too, but I can also say that I know when I was a people pleaser to family as well as friends. More of a family, and definitely there was like one particular person that I did not say no to, despite if I was busy, had whatever. If that person called, I didn't tell that person no. And when I did tell that
Are these
person,
things caffeine free?
read the bottle.
I'm trying to. I ain't got my readers on.
Oh, Jesus. If you would have been not trying to be people pleasing and be cute and put them glasses on and put the ones on you can see, we wouldn't be having this problem.
I have ones. I have a specific pair for when I'm reading, woman. Not. Never mind.
You trying to read that bottle?
What's next?
So yeah, I agree. On the people pleasing, yeah, I've been there. I don't no more. And that person doesn't take it well when I tell them no. Not at all. Ooh. You ready?
I'm waiting on you.
Judging others.
That's the toxic trait. Like, I know
Passing
you have
judgment on others is ultimately a toxic projection, a reflection of how we feel about ourselves. People tend to view others as having more ability to voluntarily change their beliefs than they perceive themselves to have, which causes them to judge others' beliefs according to research.
So judging others, huh?
Yeah. Now,
Yeah.
if you are curious, if you are toxically judgmental, evaluate how frequent you try to put yourself in someone else's shoes or whether you dismiss their perspectives outright.
Hmm.
Example, is everyone stupid, wrong, or just getting in your way?
Hmm. Gotcha. Is that something that you've ever dealt with? Have you ever been that person?
I would say in my younger days, I definitely was, and I was doing it to fit in with the crowd because somebody else was doing it.
Yeah. I think I remember that too. That was never an issue for me. I don't judge people. I mean, you got to work that out with yourself.
Yeah, definitely that. All right. Have you ever, I know the answer, but I'm asking for social media's sake. Have you ever been judged by others?
All the time. Yep. People think they know me. They think, yeah, all the time. People try to say that I should be a certain way. I should walk a certain way. I should talk a certain way. I should not do things that I like to do. That, you know, I like to dress loud and flashy at times.
Especially church folks.
Yeah. I like to dress loud and flashy at times. I'm going to do me. People, yeah, it is crazy.
Okay.
A lot. I remember one time I was at a funeral in church. I kid you not. And I think I might have been getting ready to sing or something. The pastor literally grabbed my beard and was like, I need to shave that off. I was like, I can't make that up.
Oh, wow.
Mm-hmm.
You sure it wasn't because he didn't want you to sing?
It didn't matter. He didn't ask me to sing. It was a funeral.
A man just walked and grabbed your beard. That is like violation 1000. Like, you, I'm a hush telling myself.
Yeah. Man, you know how old folks is.
Well, you know what? I'm gonna say it because usually me grabbing a man's beard is a turn. That's hot shit. That's that little piece of intimacy.
I agree.
Like at the same time, usually if your significant other is on 10, that's that part to grab your beard and bring you here for me to bring you down. Like
you have to be invited into that space. I mean, one time I was in a club and I was dancing, right? And I turned around and walked off, and there was a lady or a girl dancing on the side, and she literally grabbed my beard, tried to get me to dance with her. And I, hold on, woman, you don't know me. Like, man, if you don't get your hands out my face. Yep.
wow. Interesting.
The audacity.
That part. All right, we're gonna do one more because we ain't going through all this 41. I can tell you that.
I appreciate that.
Most definitely. There's a lot. All right, next one and the last one is jealousy. Jealousy is when you feel insecure that a partner or friend is giving your attention to someone else. Forms of jealousy: lack of trust in your partner, feeling envious of other people like they are better than you, feeling insecure and not good enough, feeling that your partner will betray you, perhaps from past trauma, and expression of anxious attachment, feeling like your partner is your possession, and lacking independence in a relationship.
Yeah, that's kind of like how you used to do me when I have other friends.
I knew your petty ass was gonna come up with that. I knew it. That's
I was
why I got
just,
a little loud on that
I'm
part.
just picking on you. I'm just picking. I have been jealous of. I'm gonna be honest. I feel like I had a reason to be jealous though, because if I'm being neglected and all your attention and energy is going out elsewhere, okay, what's really going on? I have been in a position to where the person I was with has been jealous as well. Um, yes, people have been jealous of. Yeah. It's rough. It has been rough, and I'm trying not to say certain things, but it, it's been rough. Yeah. Yep. Yep.
Woo!
What about you? Since we're
Alexa
here,
played There Can Only Be One Me.
yeah, and vice versa, sucker.
No stuff. I'm just saying for the
Yeah.
masses. I think we've all had that moment. I've had my moment. I've teased the moment. Sometimes some people like to make you want you to feel like that you're a little jealous. You gotta play the little jealous.
So you play into it a little bit.
Play into a little,
Nah,
like a little,
that's just a woman thing, though. Yeah, I mean,
yeah. But yeah, I can say, especially more back in the day. Now I'd be like,
yeah.
for why?
Yeah.
So yeah, so no, definitely that. Let me see. I'm gonna bump out. What was one of these other ones, little? I'm gonna do this one. This is the Libra toxic trait.
You're not even a Libra, so how you gonna say that?
But I found it.
How
This
about you
one,
do the Aquarius toxic trait, woman?
I am. I got that on here too. I got it on here too. Don't
Good. Good.
Thank you.
I'm just making sure because I felt a little shade. Go ahead.
You getting a little offensive over
No, a lot offensive. Big offensive. Go ahead.
My toxic trait. I'm always prepared to never speak to a person again.
That's not toxic. That's protection.
Is it?
Wait, I couldn't even keep a straight face.
You at all? At all?
Okay, wait. In all, let me
go ahead so I can pull that toxic trait that you finna do.
All I'm saying is, we have to have a reason to be in that. You know what? I can't even. Okay, fuck it. You're right. Because I'd be ready to cut people off. I literally have to talk myself down from, yeah. So what? You nailed it. Okay. So
there's another one. So for the Virgos out there, the toxic trait.
I'm just gonna skip right over Aquarius, huh? All right.
Well, don't, because I got to pull it up. I got a whole lot of stuff I screenshotted. Boy, don't do me. But this was a funny, because I have that wonderful Virgo in my life. But they say they don't have no toxic trait because they perfect.
Who said that?
Those for the Virgos. Virgos.
That had to be written by a Virgo.
I'm sure. Because the Capricorns be like that too. They would, especially that one we know. She be like, we ain't got no problems. We perfect. She say that too if she watching. Hey, buddy. Aquarius toxic trait. We can flirt and still be 0% interested.
Oh, hell yeah. Nailed it. You did that shit today. You didn't do it today? You wasn't on social media flirting, no, good and well.
I wasn't flirting. I posted a post.
You didn't respond?
Not in a flirtatious manner.
Okay. So you gonna sit up here and you know what? All right.
You not flirting, no, responding, no flirtation, no.
So you have never flirted and not had zero interest?
Oh, I have. Just not on that post. I didn't. Not on that post. I didn't. But I have.
I'm gonna ask them.
And see, Aquarius are just really like people. People love us, so we can have a genuine conversation, and people will think we flirting, and we're just nice.
Who is people?
Have a conversation.
All right.
People love us.
We have a request for Sagittarius. Are you a November Sagittarius or a December Sagittarius, ma'am? I need an answer.
I don't think I got one for Sagittarius because I was looking up some of these. Let me see. Let me see what I got on here. This one cracked me up per Facebook. My toxic trait is I only date narcissists. I like to leave them when I'm ready and know they're too prideful to stalk me or chase me. They're easy breakups.
That's definitely a toxic trait. Damn. You're gonna intentionally date a narcissist? That makes you a narcissist.
Oh, I do have a Sagittarius. I have to scroll through. I screenshotted a lot of stuff. I don't know if I want to say this one.
Why? Because you got some of them in the go on, say it. We're here now.
Sagittarius toxic trait. I'll have relations with someone again just to prove that they ain't done with me.
Oh, damn. Oh, that's a cold lick right there, boy. You said you was done. Let me see. Oh, wow. November. Okay, November Sagittarius. Wow. That's definitely toxic.
That's toxic. That's toxic. This is one of the funny ones to me. And I laugh. My toxic trait. Cheering for Helen when she pushed Charles' ass in that tub.
That's Charles had it coming, though.
Charles did have it coming. Yeah, Charles had it coming. Oh, and why her butt don't say it's true? Ma'am?
Well, because we are all being honest here. That's why. Because this is a safe space where we do not judge. So
that's
leave
right.
her be.
Very
I appreciate the truth and the honesty, Miss Hope. Now, yes, when Helen pushed Charles in that tub, and that nigga was under that water gurgling, the water gurgling. Oh shit!
Woo.
Yeah.
Oh, man. But FYI, sadly, we are both air signs. So that actually yours actually came up for an Aquarius as well.
Why you say sadly? You ought to be.
Cause our stuff be on the same thing, man.
Look, woman. I'm gonna just say this. I don't think it's by mistake that we have been able to navigate this thing called life as long as we have. As much as I do not like you, on the flip side of that is as much as I absolutely do like you. As much as you get on my nerves, is as much as you guide me in the right way. So, hey, it is what it is.
That sounds like one of them little
Wait, hold on. Did she just
Yep, I was trying to overlook it. I was trying to overlook it, player. Pop your collar. Pop your collar. Yep.
I mean, get it how you live. I mean, what's that about?
That's a cougar. She in the cougar. She a cougar.
Is it cougar status?
Yeah.
It ain't quite made sugar mama yet.
Well, technically.
Oh shit.
That might get, because ain't sugar mama like It's the 20-year.
Yeah, I think it's I know what was she. I don't know how. I guess about what 15 years. Okay, get it how you live, girl. Don't hurt. Don't dislocate your hip messing with that young boy.
Man, say hip displacements ain't good at this age. Shoot, my hip be hurting already, and that's just from walking. Shit.
Yeah, this was
Yeah.
good.
Thank
This was good.
you.
I was a little 17 years. God, yeah.
Oh, damn. I almost was finna ask a question. I'm gonna keep this to myself. We'll talk.
Um, yeah, this was good. I was a little apprehensive when we started delving into this topic because I was like, man, I don't know, man. So, because then we're forced to, toxic traits. I don't know, man. But it was good. I'm glad we kept it the way we kept it.
Most deaf. Most
You got
definitely.
another one you want to share, or you good?
Oh. Well, tell him, hey, we thank him for watching. Appreciate it.
He outside right now. He was listening to y'all earlier. Okay, tell him to send him the link. Tell him to subscribe. We could have more listeners, and make sure he's here next week so I can say something. Yeah, make sure he's there next week.
Yeah.
Introduce him to
that part. Yeah. Oh man. Yeah, it was a couple other little ones. Toxic Facebook toxic. And I'm looking at it, I was like, well, that's me.
Go tell us what they are. You brought it up.
So another one.
I'm just joking, Hope.
I don't ask for help. I just disappear and deal with it in silence until I'm feeling better.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yep. I am intentionally trying not to be that guy at this point. Yep.
But you can't be that person with me. Maybe everybody else. But you can't be that person with me.
I can.
No, you can't.
Don't tell me what to do.
You're a real hard-headed individual, right?
Call it what you want to call it.
You hard-headed, and you got a case of denial.
I'm ready for something new. Wait, you ready to get rid of him already? Is that what you mean?
And she said something new, like getting a new car. She taking the other one in, getting a trade in.
Oh, you mean this guy being something new? Because something new.
You trying to get that clarification? If you was ready for something new, or you ready to get rid of him and get a?
Yeah, I'm trying to get that clarification, like, because this is about to be a whole little therapy session in a minute.
Well, why she respond? Next toxic trait. I expect people to have common sense, and I get mad when they don't.
Okay, you think that's a toxic trait?
I guess because you have an expectation for people that shouldn't have. This one, I love this one too. When my feelings get hurt, yours finna get hurt too.
Depends on if you hurt them on purpose or not. If you hurt my feelings on purpose, I'm going for the jugular. But if I'm just being in one of those sensitive moments, like you hurt my feelings, then I'll just tell you how I feel.
Okay, I feel that. Cool business. So we are gonna wrap this up for tonight. We appreciate y'all's love and support and everybody that came through tonight and commented. We appreciate those that will watch this later on the replay. If you have not, like, share, and subscribe. Again, we appreciate you. Anything you got to say, sir?
Well, I will say the purpose of us revealing these toxic traits is hopefully we can do the work to overcome them, to no longer operate in the toxicity, right? And that's it. Thank y'all for joining. Enjoyed the comments and all the feedback, and we will see y'all next Friday.
Most definite. Be safe. Ooh, because the COVID numbers, COVID flu, instead of something else that's up right now. But yeah, they was like, shit, start wearing y'all mask again. But yeah, I don't want all them problems. But again, be safe. Check us out next week. Same time, different topic.
That's right.
All right.
Yeah, what's up with it? Do it cause I love it and I stuck with it. We ain't with the subbing in the cut with it.